start? When was the dating?
When Michael wants to pull you into his life somehow, he's very good at it.
It's unfortunate that not a lot of people know who he really is. When he wants to lock into you, and he wants to intrigue you or capture you or, whatever he wants to do with you, he can do it.
Nobody thought this would last.
When Graceland and Neverland meet, the public was astonished to learn of the brief romance between Lisa Marie Presley and Michael Jackson in the middle of the 1990s.
Mrs. Michael Jackson.
The daughter of Elvis Presley and the king of pop first encountered each other in the 1970s during a concert in Las Vegas, but they did not begin to get to know one another until over 2 decades later at a dinner with a mutual friend in Los Angeles.
We first met, she was 7 years old and I was 17.
She was still married to Danny Keough at the time of their reunion, and the couple has 2 kids together, Riley and Benjamin.
Jackson and Lisa Marie rapidly grew close and spoke on the phone frequently, but their relationship did not develop further right away. The Thriller singer was then charged with sexually abusing Jordan Chandler, a 13-year-old kid, in the summer of 1993, a charge he adamantly disputed.
I was in touch with him through the whole process of this charges going on.
In the midst of the investigation, he turned to Lisa Marie for support, and later that year, he phoned her to pop the question, "Will you marry me?"
Jackson accelerated his affair with the Memphis, Tennessee native when they came to a $23 million settlement with Chandler's family in January 1994. In May of that same year, Keough's official separation became effective. Just 20 days after she filed her divorce, the couple went on vacation to Vegas and Florida before taking off for the Dominican Republic.
Who proposed? I mean, how did marriage actually get discussed?
On May 26, 1994, the pair would secretly in Dominican Republic. During a 15-minute ceremony, the groom accented his all-black ensemble with a bolero jacket, a cowboy belt, and a flamenco hat. Jackson claimed that without his mother Catherine Jackson present, the wedding felt hollow, but he understood that it had to be understated because otherwise the press would have made it a calamity.
My married name is Mrs. Lisa Marie Presley Jackson. My marriage to Michael Jackson took place in a private ceremony outside the United States weeks ago. The bride later announced in a statement to the media, "I am very much in love with Michael. I dedicate my life to being his wife. I understand and support him. We both look forward to raising a family." From there, the newlyweds flaunted their union all over the city, but their stage kiss at the MTV Video Music Awards in September 1994 is the most well-known example. The Billie Jean crooner's addiction to the opioids he had been given a decade earlier for the second-degree burns he had sustained in a fire on the set of a Pepsi commercial, however, was one of the reasons why they were battling behind closed doors.
On June 1995, in a sit-down interview with Diane Sawyer, Jackson and Presley eagerly insisted that they were really having sex despite persistent allegations to the contrary. The actress remarked in an interview at the time, "Do we have sex?" The T yelled, "Yes, yes, yes." The couple also admitted they planned to start a family in the future.
On January 18, 1996, Lisa Marie requested a divorce from Michael, alleging irreconcilable differences as the cause. Michael Jackson and Lisa Marie Presley have decided to part ways on good terms. They are still close friends, though. Her publicist told the media the next day. On August 20, 1996, the divorce was finally formalized.
When you have that situation, then you have its drawbacks, which is, entourages, people. I didn't like the attention.
It was like it was a shitstorm. I couldn't go anywhere.
They lasted longer than I thought they would, Judge Hugo Francisco Alvarez. Perez, who officiated the star's wedding, later told Entertainment Weekly, "I gave them a year. They lasted a year and a half." On November 14, 1996, Michael Widner's Debbie Rowe, and the two went on to have 3 children, Prince, Paris, and Blanket. On October 8, 1999, he and Rowe were divorced.
On August 10, 2002, Lisa Marie and Nicolas Cage got married. 107 days later, the actor famously filed for divorce, but the matter wasn't resolved until May 24, 2004.
She looks up at me with these big, beautiful, soulful eyes, and I was thunderstruck.
In 2003, on a candid interview with Rolling Stone, Presley revealed what drew her to Jackson. "You get sucked into the, you poor, misunderstood person. I'm a sucker for that," she explained. When the Thriller artist was accused of child abuse for the first time in 1993, he later settled the case. She stuck by his side. "I got into this whole, I'm going to save you thing," she admitted.
On January 22, 2006, Lisa Marie widowed musician Michael Lockwood. 2 years later, they welcomed twins Harper and Finley. On June 13, 2016, she filed for divorce from Lockwood. Benjamin, her and Keo's son, committed suicide on July 12, 2020, when he was 27 years old, after Jackson passed away in June 25, 2009 from acute propofol and benzodiazepine intoxication. The You Are Not Alone singer's wife Presley responded to her late husband's passing with a long post on her website.
"The person I failed to help is being transferred right now to the Elliott County Coroner's Office for his autopsy. All of my indifference and detachment that I worked so hard to achieve over the years has just gone into the bowels of hell, and right now I am gutted," she wrote, before once again denying rumors that their marriage was a sham. "After the divorce, I spent a few years obsessing about him and what I could have done different, and regret," she added. "Then I spent some angry years at the whole situation. At some point, I truly became indifferent. Until now."
In a 2010 interview, Presley got candid about her romance with the pop icon, claiming that Jackson manipulated the media and her. "I always confused that manipulation, thinking that it meant he didn't love me," she revealed. "But I understand it better now. The manipulation was a survival tactic for him." Presley also revealed her final conversation with the Will You Be, their singer, before his death. He asked if I still loved him, and I told him I was indifferent. And he didn't like that word, and he cried. Presley died on January 12, 2023 after going into cardiac arrest. She was 54.